guys, I hope you're good. I am wonderful. This is Siphamandla Lifa Dlamini. Welcome to Lifa Siphamandla Talks, a YouTube channel that is full of content that is going to change a number of people's lives, including yours. Well, I know guys, it's been a while since I actually uploaded a video. I've been busy. The past 2 months have been hectic. I was busy with my school work, but now I'm done with the exams and also some other private aspects of my life. So yeah, I hope you guys have been wonderful. But before I start, guys, I just want to pass on my gratitude to all of you guys for your continuous support that you are showing, for the love that you have shown me, for the shares that you are actually making, and also for subscribing. And also, if you haven't subscribed, please guys, just hit the subscribe button down below, and also the notification bell, so that whenever I post something, you can be notified of this content. So yes, let's get on to today's business. And this week's episode, guys, I just want us to speak about taking your time. This topic has been eating me these days. Taking your time. You know, I was once one of these people that do not take their time. You know, everything that I do it hastily. You know, I'm in a haste to do something. I'm in a rush to do something, until I got to realize the value that I actually produced from rushing, the quality that I produced from rushing. Well, I produced quantity instead of quality, and I used to give myself a pat on the shoulder. Or you know what, Spa? You are multi-talented. You are versatile. You are a jack of all trade, but in my heart it always says master of none. That is what is happening these days. Us as young people, this generation that is coming, we are in a rush. We are in a hurry. And if you could really sit down with people and ask them, where are you rushing to? They will never tell you a concise answer. They will never tell you a right answer. Guys, the Bible says that as long as there's heavens and there's an earth, all seasons shall be there. There shall be a season for planting, a season for reaping. There shall be winter, there shall be summer, there shall be rain. There shall be all seasons. And when you read the Bible in Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 1, it says there is a time for everything under the sun. There is a season for every activity. You know, if we can understand that, there won't be any need to rush. But let's speak about where does this come from, basically. You know, it comes from a number of places, but for me, I've noticed that it mostly comes from when we do schoolwork. You know, we get given like 2 weeks to do your school assignment, and we put it aside. Day 1 we don't do it. Day 2 we don't do it. Day 3 we don't do it. Day 4, day 7 we don't do it. Day 8, day 10 we don't do it. On day 12 we start to think about the assignment. Now we are panicking. And you know what's worse? We actually have to do research on the assignment. Now we are trying to do anything now to actually make the assignment be presentable. And we try our best. Day 13 we are doing it. Day 14 now we are doing those touch-ups and all those things. And when the results come, so you find that we are complaining. You know, we are complaining about the results that we are getting. You know, and we normally say, after all the effort that I have put, after all the effort that I have put. And when we look at the effort, it's an effort that has been put hastily. You know, a 2 days effort over a 14-day period assignment. You know, we should be doing this basically taking our time. On the first day, we read about the instruction. On the second day, we try to check how we can do our research and all those things. On the third day, we research the first part. On the fourth day, we research the second part and all those things. And then when it comes to now the second week, we are compiling everything. We are taking our time. And then on the day 10, now what are we doing on day 10? We are actually checking how far we've come. Is what I have written exactly what they have required? And if there is something that is missing, missing, we get to be able to add. And if there's something that is actually irrelevant, we get to be able to know what to move it aside. But well, we are that generation that wants to do things in a hurry, that generation that doesn't know how to plan, that generation that looks on social media and think that's how life really is. We are that generation. We are the generation that doesn't know the value of taking your time. You know, taking your time is a principle. And when you take your time on everything that you do. You take your time. So that's what I want to talk about today. Talking about taking your time. You know, as I mentioned, it is always important to take your time. Now, there are advantages on taking your time, and also there are disadvantages on not taking your time. Well, I think they just link, you know. And there are people that can actually say, you know what, there are also advantages of not taking your time. You get to do a lot of things, to get a lot of work done. You get to finish a lot of projects and all those things and all those things and all those things. Well, I feel like that is a disadvantage. You know, in cost accounting or in cost management, we speak about, you know, if a company is paying workers per product that has been produced, it suffers a risk of a load of deficient products that have been produced. So now, instead of us receiving 100% quality, we receive a 50, we receive a 70, because people are rushing to increase the number of products that they have produced so that they can get the pay that they want. So this is the very same thing that we do. The faster we try to do things, the faster we try to push time, the faster we try to chase time, the faster we try to do things, that is when now we are actually setting ourselves for failure. You find that you have given yourself to a lot of projects, but when you check all these projects, none of them can ever say you have put time on that. So now that is why I'm saying it is always important that we as this generation, we take our time. Patience. I think this generation is not patient, you know, but I understand. We live in the day whereby I can look at something on my phone and I'm like, okay, I like this, I'm ordering it, and then 2 days, 3 days, it gets delivered on my store. Sometimes on my door, and then sometimes it takes 7 days and all those things. But now we get to be in a position now where everything that we do now, we don't wait. We don't want to wait on queues. We don't want to. Everything is done on our phones and all those things. But we forget that waiting, it's part of the natural law. You don't get a baby in 1 month just by impregnating 9 women. You know, it's all about understanding the seasons. It's always about understanding the time. And once you understand the times, once you understand the season, you will take your time. You won't actually be in a hurry to do something. You know, I always looked at my friends, and you know, my friends are busy and all those things. And most of the friends that I'm actually close to are taking their time. And I have learned a lot from this guy called Tabiso. I've never seen someone who takes his time when he is doing something so that they can be perfection in whatever that he's doing. And I'm learning a lot from him. It is always good to take your time. I know that I sound like an old person when I'm talking about taking your time. The reason why I'm speaking about taking your time is because over the past 3 to 4 years, I've been busy. I've been busy with schoolwork, I've been busy with various projects, I've been busy, but now I look at the time that I have spent and I look at what I have received from the time that I have given. It doesn't equate these things. It actually doesn't balance. The reason is why I didn't take my time in any of the projects that I was doing. I didn't take my time in my schoolwork. I didn't take my time in all the volunteering work that I have given, in all the business ideas that I have implemented. I haven't really taken my time. In the previous holidays, I was selling more fire, and I would say I would give myself 3 hours a day to sell. And I was happy with being able to sell 10 cans over 3 days, but then now over 3 hours, and then each and every day we get to be consistent. But some other days we wouldn't be consistent. And now I'm asking myself, if we had decided to take the whole day to sell, how much we would have made over those days that we actually were selling on the streets, because it was something that we wanted to teach ourselves, teach ourselves those skills that come from selling, that comes from interacting with your customers and all those things, taking your time. How much more can I learn from taking my time? How much more can you learn from taking your time? Taking your time, guys, it's very important. I feel like the more I speak about taking your time, I know that it's clicking in your mind. There is something that you really want to do, but you are in a hurry because you see other people are doing it. Let me tell you one thing. If you want to know where your true power lies, your true power lies in that you are unique. I've noticed that my right thumb and my left thumb are actually not the same. When I open my phone, I actually can't use my left thumb if I actually registered my phone with my right thumb. It's the same as us, guys. We are not the same. If you wanna know where your true power is, that is where you are. You are different from someone else, and then now you need to take your time. When you take your time, you will blossom in your own way, in your own time, in your own season. It doesn't matter whether someone is implementing their business idea, but they won't do it same as you. This is the same as when people are writing books. We can find that people are writing about the very same thing, but they are explaining it in different ways, because we are not the same, we're different. So if you take your time, you allow yourself to be yourself. Once you become yourself, you grow, you learn new things, you enjoy life. I feel like that is why people are depressed. That is why people are sad. It is because they are not taking their time. They are living according to the standards of this world, number one. They are conforming to the pace of this world. The way things are changing, the way new phones are coming out each year and all those things, we think that it is the same with our physical lives. It's not. It's not. The advantages of taking your time is that you become yourself, number one. You become at peace. You become at ease. That is the point in life that I am at. I am at peace. I am at ease with everything that I am doing, because I am taking my time. Each and every project. I've engaged myself in few more projects, and I told my partners that we need 6 months to 12 months of planning and preparation. We are taking our time, and then once we've taken our time, we know that when we produce something, we'll produce something that is 100% quality, rather than for us just trying to there was a time when I look back, so I play piano and I sing. I used to compose songs. I used to compose songs Sunday morning when we were going to prepare the instruments, and then I would check if I can be able to play it on the piano. Immediately I get the hang of things. I'll be like, okay, I'm singing this today at church, and then I would sing it. And when I sing it, I confuse verses. I miss few chords there and all those things. It doesn't become a perfection. I never thought that was going to catch up with me. Okay, well, one of my brothers was like, stop being in a hurry. This song is not right. So we played together. So it's like, this song is not ready to be sang. And I'm like, no, guys. And then he was like, there's still a next week. We can still play it next week. I didn't understand that there is still time. People think that you will die and all those things. Yes, everyone will die, but it doesn't mean that we should leave behind works that are incomplete. We should leave behind things that will generally hurt other people, if I can put it that way. We need to take our time. If I die now, I know that I have written a book. I know that the book that I have written is 100%. I know that The people that I have helped them, giving myself 100%. The people that I've engaged with, they will know that, we spend so much time with Spa, and we have learned this, we have learned that, and all those things. Because in each and everything that I was doing, I was taking my time, I was becoming myself. I always wrote this, so I once wrote this, I said, the day I get on my deathbed, I won't look forward, I will look backwards. The reason why I will look backwards is because if I look forward, I'll feel like I haven't achieved anything. I'll feel like I didn't complete things and all those things. But if I look backwards, I'll see each and everything that I have put myself, gave myself enough time to do it, gave 100% of each and everything that I've done. And all that will make me see that each and every day that I have lived, it was worthwhile. So this is the same as us, guys. We are actually in a hurry. I don't even know where we're rushing to. I really don't know where we're rushing to. So that is why I am speaking about this. Taking your time, it's very crucial. It's very important in anything that you are doing. Even at work, if you have 8 hours to perform your work, you need to give yourself time in that 8 hours. Give yourself time to design. Give yourself time to think. Give yourself time. Don't just be like, I'm trying to push time. Hey, I'll show you 4. Hey, I'll show you 5 so that things will shine and all those things. That's not how it works. Give yourself time. Enjoy each and every moment. Look at the baby. I have a little niece. She's going to turn 1, not in a while from now. And I looked at how she's growing. She is taking her time. Now I'm actually taking my time in making this video. I'm not rushing. I want this to be heard by each and everyone who listens to this and who watches this. I watched my niece, she's growing, but she hasn't yet walked, but she's using her will to walk there and there. And I try to make her stand, and she doesn't stand. On some other time, I see her standing on top of the bed, on top of the sofas. She stands. But when you try to do that to her, she doesn't respond. She's taking her time. She speaks there and there, nyama nyama and all those words. She's taking her time. We may try to rush her, but she's not in a hurry. She's a child, she's growing. And immediately she gets off this dependent stage, she shall never return. I took my time, and then I learned about how children are going. And then I got to see that that's how life is. That's how life is. We need to take our time in everything that we're doing, in every project that we're doing. If a project is given for us and we need to do it in a week time, we shouldn't do it in one day. We should do it over the week time, taking our time to produce the 100%. If there are classes and all these things that we need to do at school, if we give ourselves the time that is required, we won't be actually in a hurry. We will receive great marks. Last year I was writing an assessment, and when I got the results, I wasn't happy. So I told my friend that, no, I'm not happy with the results that I've got. And his response was, "Pa, when you were preparing for this assignment, for this assessment, did you give 80% of your time? Did you give 80% of your effort to that?" And I thought about it, and I was like, no, I didn't. And his response was, if you want to receive results that are saying 80%, then give 80%. Those words, they kept on ringing in my mind. Even now, whenever I do something, I have to give 100% of myself to it. I give myself all of it. I just throw myself to it, and I take my time. So yes, guys, that's all that I wanted to speak about in this episode, guys. I wanted to speak about the importance of taking your time these days. It is very crucial, very, very crucial that we take our time in everything that we do, guys. It is very important. I repeat, it is very important that we take our time. So whatever endeavor that we are putting ourselves in, let us take our time. Whether we are in relationships, whatever that we're doing, let us take our time. Let us not rush, Fine, people will post their cars. People will post all the new things that they get. It doesn't mean that just because their season came earlier, your season as well will come earlier. Your season may be 5 years from now, 10 years from now, even 20 years from now. but all of it depends on how you live your life. Plan your life, take your time, enjoy each and every step, and then you will see great results. Be patient. Be patient. When God created the heavens and the earth, it took him 6 days. 6 days, guys. We're speaking about God here. We're speaking about someone who said, "Let there be light," and the light came running, the speed of light. It came running just like that. Don't you think that he would have created the whole universe, finished the earth entirely in just few minutes like that? But no. The Bible says that when he saw that light was good, he said, "Light is day, and then night will be the darkness." And then the next day came, separated the waters. And when he separated the waters, he said, "Let the expansion be the sky." And then he stood back and he was like, "This is good." The third day came, the fourth day came, fifth, sixth, they all came. And on the sixth day, the Bible says that he looked at all that he had created and said, "It is beautiful. It is good." So it's the same with us, guys. If we want to create something that has more value, we need to take our time. And bit by bit, take your time and be like, this 2% progress that I have made is beautiful. This 20% progress that I have made now is very good. I was writing just now when I was before I can take this episode, and I took my time, guys. I literally took my time, and then afterwards I was like, I'm actually proud of this 2% progress that I have made. So it's the same with us, guys. In every endeavor that we put ourselves in everything that we actually decide to work on, we decide to engage ourselves in, let us take our time. By taking your time, regardless of the period that is needed for you to finish whatever job that you will be doing, take your time. Don't rush it. Yes. Well, I hope you have enjoyed this, guys. So, guys, please just subscribe down below and also hit the like button and share, guys, because this will help someone. I know that it has helped you. This is Sipamandla Lifagamini, and my job here is done. Take care.